All right. One more time.
Welcome. Oh,
go.
No, please. No, you started it off.
Do we?
No, the same way. I think we had something going.
All right. Welcome to the first ever Bada Bing podcast.
Cheers.
It's time for the Bada Bing podcast. Like and subscribe. And now, here are your hosts, Pat and Brian.
We want to do this probably on a regular basis, but Brian had all he could do just to get me out for this one.
Maybe monthly, maybe quarterly. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
It depends how busy we are, and we get pretty busy, which is a great problem to have. So
That's true.
Get ready for more of these. And we're just going to talk about the business. We've both been in the business a long time. Funny stories. We got a lot of those. We might have guests.
I think we'll have guests. I think that makes sense. We'll have guests. We'll maybe have even clients to talk about the industry. Have different crew members, different parts of the industry, the business, and whatever people like to watch and listen to. So
we're Bada Bing. It's a production company here based in Chicago. Pat and I have been working together for the better part of 20 years. I'm Bing, and this is Bada.
Bada Bing.
Bing, yeah.
We didn't name ourselves that, by the way. We somebody else said that, and we went with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. We're going to get our license plates. Probably should be Bada and Bing for our vehicles.
That'd be awesome. Well, we got to park next to each other in the right order, though. Otherwise, it'd be stupid.
It might not look good. But anyway. So we basically want to start off by just introducing who we are and how we got started in the industry.
Yeah.
And I started about 30 years ago.
Wow.
30 plus years.
So
now.
you're getting a little long in the tooth.
Tooth and hair. Not here, but here and here.
Yeah, I was. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I was going to mention something about it, but
all right. Well, I got to get the man groomer or whatever that is. I started 30 something years ago. I came from Michigan through Ferris State University.
The Ferris State
University. At that time, they had a production department, a video production curriculum actually, and I think it was TVP, television production. And there wasn't many. There weren't it wasn't like today where every school had a video production curriculum, because it's a lot easier now with all the way the technology has gone. Back then, it was a big deal to go to a specific school. If you wanted to do that, you had to go to a specific school.
Yeah, and you guys were on tape back then. Oh, reel to reel.
Tape, reel to reel. We shot film.
Oh, yeah, film, yeah.
Slides.
Yeah.
All slide presentations were literally slides, not PowerPoint. The last 6 months of your schooling in television production there was an internship. So there was only one internship offered from Ferris in Chicago. And I'm like, I have to get that one. I have to, because I needed to get away. I needed to get
away
out.
from Michigan. You wanted to get away to the big city.
I wanted to go to a big city. And I wanted to go to Chicago because I had friends that lived here.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be like the bomb.
Yeah.
But anyway, Chicago, and Amoco was the Amoco Oil Company, now the Aon Center, but it was an Amoco Oil Company. That was they had an internal video production department. There was one guy, a graduate from Ferris, that actually showed his video to us at school, and it was $1 million 16 millimeter film project.
Wow.
And I'm like, I have to go there. He's doing film, he's doing this, instead of shooting the 3/4 inches, which is what we all shot on back then. But anyway, that guy, I came to that Chicago because of him and Amoco and the internship, and I stayed. And I went in.
Did you cut your hair, though?
I had to cut my hair. You're right.
You had long hair, yeah.
I had super long hair. You know me well.
If we can find a picture, we'll put it up around this time.
Yeah, I had the grunge look going. It was early 90s.
But that didn't really work with corporate video back in the 80s?
No, but I
80s?
cut my hair for that internship, right? Yeah, matter of fact, the video production manager said to me, after he saw my demo reel that you make as a college student, is all like far out, crazy, weird stuff. He goes, all right, well, the first thing I want to tell you is we don't do creative things here. First thing he said to me. And I thought, I'm going into television. I want to be creative. And anyway, and my comment back was to him, and I said, well, I like to think that anything we do, it takes a little creativity to portray a corporate image. And he goes, I like that. I don't know what the hell I was saying.
I like that.
But anyway, got the internship, came here, worked, got hired by that guy who did that video or that film for Amico back in the day. The reason I came there, I got hired by him as a DP. I say DP because that term's used loosely.
Oftentimes, a little too loose.
At the time. But now we're DPs now.
Yeah, right. But, I hear the word DP thrown out a lot. Like, DP, it's like some basic corporate thing. Like a DP of like, okay, you're
I like to say
not really
digital
a DP.
cinematographer.
yeah.
When you're shooting
Just
video.
a cam op.
Yeah, cam op, whatever. And then I went to another company. I was there for a few years, wanted to move on. I went to another company downtown. And at this time, I started, I want to start my own business. Which, by the way, was Bada Bing, was the company I started.
1.0, the original
1.0.
Bada Bing.
I started it with another person. Didn't work out that well. It worked out well, but we just wanted to go our own ways. And we were young. I went to another company.
Which we'll not name in this video.
We're not naming any of the companies. But
except for Motion Post.
Motion Post is, but by the way, it's where we're shooting right now.
Yeah.
Like their studios.
Yeah,
or
they're awesome.
Their edit house.
Watch out for him. He'll be on one of the future episodes.
Oh, yeah. We're going
to wrangle him in.
Uh-huh. Well,
this is real. You can't be spilling beer all over the system.
Don't tell Ed.
Okay, I won't tell him.
So that's where I met you.
Yeah.
We were there until
over a decade.
And then COVID hit.
Oh, I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah. And then we went on our own, and then we said, let's start a thing.
Yeah,
but
let's
we'll
start
get
our own
to
company.
that.
Yeah.
How did you get started in this industry?
Oh, well, that's a long story, but not 30 years worth. I didn't know what I wanted to do, really. I thought I wanted to go into business.
Which makes sense
early on, but
for you,
when I went to college, though, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I happened to stumble into the TV station on campus, and I'm like, maybe I'll try my hand at this. Originally, it was the radio station I thought would be cool, and then they said, well, the radio station's really not that.
They said you had a face for radio.
That's not what they said. My nose was smaller back then, but anyway. So they said the radio station wasn't that big of a thing. So they said, why don't you try TV? And that's really all it took for me to try TV. They had a PBS station on campus. I went to Eastern Illinois University. They don't call it the. There's no the in front of that, but just EIU.
No. It's just,
EIU, yeah. And they had and still have a great program at EIU, and they have a PBS station. And I learned how to shoot, how to edit, how to direct.
He's still learning. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we all are still learning. I hope we never stop.
Touche.
So that station did a lot of news stuff, which I knew I didn't want to do. I wanted to be a filmmaker or a cinematographer, do video production, but not news. So although I learned a lot of that stuff because that's kind of what they did, there was also another arm of that TV station that did local productions for small businesses, and they had their own shows that they would produce for PBS. And I latched onto that quite well, and I really enjoyed doing that type of production, and that's when I knew that that was the direction I wanted to go versus anything news related.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about what we do specifically is that we're cinematographers. Pat's a director also, but we love planning shoots and setting them up and taking your time to do it right, scripting, things like that. Run and gun, rush.
Mm-hmm.
We don't love as much because it takes the creativity out of it, and things are just rushed, and we like to take our time and do it right. So that's what I love about commercial production and things that we do now, we can do that. Anyway, I kind of got off track there.
You did, but that's okay.
I just love talking about what we do.
Yeah, no, actually,
excited.
that's more about what this is about. Anyway, I mean, then you
So
ended up-
so then I
okay.
interned at this company. Again, to be fair, it was a great place to meet a lot of great people and learn a lot.
Right.
But it was time at a certain point to move on. So I interned there, and then I was full time there for 13 years.
That's where we met.
That's where we met,
Yep.
and Pat and I worked together a lot. We were on a ton of shoots. We traveled a lot. Some great stories from those years, which we will get into at some point.
Yeah, some of them we might
have
not be able to say.
That's the tough part, because you start going down a rabbit hole of stories, and they become. I guess we could edit them out. if
I
they're
think
not
eventually
appropriate.
we'll have to tell the stories. There's going to be stories.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those.
And it's not just us; it's stories in this industry. There's some amazing stories, and we're talking about
some
funny stories.
Funny stories. A lot of them happen to you. Funny stories.
There's some that happen to you.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
There's a couple,
but not just us.
No, but if
Yeah.
you're in this biz, you know, it's in some ways we're all like a family, and they're long days, they're hard days. So how do we keep it interesting? Well, we try to have fun, and the ways that we would do that would, we would mess with each other a little bit here and there, and a lot of the stories, good stories, come from that from that base.
Yeah. And then then we started Bada Bing.
So then we started Bada Bing. Voila. So yeah, we had Pat and I love working together. We've loved working together for, like I said, 20 years now. Mm-hmm. And we eventually said one day, why don't we just start our own company? We have a great network of folks that we work with. Mm-hmm. We've been doing this a long time. We know we know how to service clients, make them happy, take a production from A to Z, soup to nuts. So why not do it? And so we did. And we got some really great clients right off the bat.
Right.
And it's just kind of snowballed from there.
And we get to pick who we work with too, like our crew.
Yeah.
Working with our not only our friends, but I guess they're vetted, but they're our friends. We wouldn't work with them unless we thought they were
and it's not just
phenomenal.
about hiring your friends; it's about hiring the best people for the job.
And
they just happen to be our friends.
They just happen to be our friends. That's true. That's true.
We like working with people that we want to spend time with, because at the end of the day, this job is hard. It's a lot of hours, and if we're going to be away from our families, we want to work with people that are not only the best at what they do, but they're fun to be around.
That's right.
That's what's important to us.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I concur.
We set up the crews. We can make the shoot the best it can be.
Yeah.
We're not about saving every penny, saving every dollar, because we want the shoot to be the best it can be for the client and for us and the people we hire.
Yeah. Bottom line is we set the bar.
Yeah.
And I personally, that's the only way I want to work anymore. After being able to do that, work with who we want to work with, work with like amazing clients, and try to enjoy what we do.
And one more, I think, to treat other people how we want to be treated.
100%.
So this is us. We're Bada Bing, and we look forward to more podcasts. We look forward to sharing more stories and getting to learn maybe more about our viewers, but for you guys to learn about us as well, obviously, and to meet some of the people we work with and hear about some of the shoots we go on and some of our struggles and,
And some of our success.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Whatever we can bring that maybe be an interest of anyone that wants to watch this.
Yeah, and
Right.
we're always up for ideas too, because we don't really know what we're doing. This is our first podcast.
Yeah, we're behind the camera.
Yeah, this is actually uncomfortable for us to
This
be in
is
front of the camera.
weird.
I think you're pretty good at it.
I think you're good at it.
Oh, really?
Actually, I'm better. No, I don't know.
We'll let them decide. We got to put like some of the forms people can actually write us or something. But if anybody watches it.
We'll see. But thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Take care.